Quick video on how to use Clixsense for some low-cost advertising to help you promote the John Anthony Signal service. So first thing, go to Clixsense. There'll be a link below this video which will get you through to Clixsense. It's an affiliate link, so please use that link so I get a small commission on that. And what you'll do is you'll sign up for a free account at Clixsense, and we're looking at being advertisers. Don't worry about the earning money where you get paid to click on adverts, because you earn tiny fractions to click on other adverts. But let's just show you how this works. Basically, Clixsense is here. They have adverts from advertisers. The advertisers have paid to have the adverts here, and they're sharing some of the revenue for the people who click on the adverts. So if we just click this first advert, for instance, it's going to last for 5 seconds, and we'll get 0.1 of a cent for watching this advert. So watch 10 of these adverts, you get 1 cent. So that's why I say it's not worth doing it for revenue generation in terms of clicking. Click on the cat, it's what it's asking us to do, and here's the advert for the person. It counts down for 5 seconds, and there we've earned our 0.1 of a cent. Close that window, go back to another advert. And what you don't want to do is get distracted by the adverts. Lots of traffic monsoon at the moment. That's the one that's being hyped. Get to the end of that. And the point here is that there are people who are clicking on adverts, and eventually they'll stop, and then every now and again they'll think, oh, I wonder what this one actually is. And this is why this advertising does work. Most people, it's not a high click-through rate in terms of people subscribing, but then again the costs are incredibly low. So in terms of cost, money spent per lead, it can work out very well. Sometimes I've managed to get leads for about 50 or 60 cents, which is about 40 pence for a good quality lead, and they go through the details and things like that. So it can pay for itself, but don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, everyone's just getting paid to click adverts, why would they be interested in John Anthony Signals? The point is, everyone's wanting to earn income. That's why they're here clicking on adverts. And yes, the majority are not going to pay any specific attention to see the advert, to actually go through and follow the details. But it's just a numbers game. The more people who see the advert, the better it is. So that's the advertising side of it. Now, how do we place an advert? What we do, we buy ad credits. So we go to advertise and click manage my PTC advertising, which means paid to click advertising. So we manage our pay to click advertising. And in here, you'd want to buy some ad credits. Now, the best thing is to go for 100,000 or 50,000 ad credits, because you get 36% discount, 39% discount. You could go for 10,000 or 20,000, but you really want 50,000-ish to make it worth the while. $70, about £45. So we would click on that, and then we'd pay for that either using PayPal or Payzer, or you can, if you've built up a balance, you can use your balance. But you can see here I've still got 8,000 ad credits in here anyway. So, but that's why you buy the ad credits, because depending on what sort of advertisement you place, it basically decides how many ad credits you use. So these small sticky ads, which are just 5 seconds, these are the cheapest ads. They're not targeted to any country or anything like that. Everyone gets to see those. So there are loads of Bangladeshis, Chinese, all sorts of people just clicking on these ads, earning 0.1 of a cent, where 0.1 of a cent actually makes a bit more sense for them. So they can actually make a living from it, or not necessarily a living, but at least it gives them a bit of income for them to be able to do that. But that's of no interest to us in the Western world. But let's just go and get rid of that. So what we want to be doing is placing ads and what's called geo targeting, setting them for specific countries of the world. Now, for the geo ads, we need 15-second ads or more. So we've got some here. Let's look at this one, tax-free money, 15 seconds, half a cent. So this is a more expensive advertisement to go out. Okay, well, this one's still going, is it? Ultimate Lithologist, someone's advertising that one. Click on the cat. So this is a 15 seconds. We have to wait on this page for 15 seconds. That means the person who's looking at this advertisement, they can't go away to another window and then come back because the countdown clock stops. So we're going to have an advert on the 15-second because we can then target that to a specific country. So let's close that and let's show you how the advert works. So we come back to advertise and manage my PTC advertising. And we've purchased our ad credits now, so we've got some ad credits in our credit bank. Next thing you want to do is compose an advertisement. So we'll click on active PTC ads, we will click add. I'll show you how to do this with a new example. Title, it doesn't really matter what you put as a title, what you put as the description, because people are going to click on these anyway. In one sense, there is an argument that says you don't want something that's too attractive as a title, because otherwise you're going to encourage people to click on it who are the get-rich-quick scheme people who are not good leads. So you could actually say, you know, expensive investment. Let's try that actually. Let's go for this. Expensive business opportunity. Actually, it's not an investment opportunity. And you can put whatever you want and be creative, because if everyone's using the same advert, then that's not going to have as much impact in the title. But yeah, just have a go on different ones. So we're now going to put our link in here. So it's profitpacker.com. Question, ref equals, and then your referral number with John Anthony. And then we put in the URL, which is your URL number. And then we put and source equals. Now, this allows us to make each link unique, because this first part of the link is going to be the same every time. So profitpacker.com, question ref equals 2476, and URL equals, and then 28 or whatever your URL number is. But if we now put and source equals, and I'm going to put, in this example, clicks to, so I can track this, and you can get in touch with me and find out how many leads you've had generated from a specific advert or a specific source. So you can put whatever you want at the end of source equals, and it will track, and I'll be able to tell you, if you get in touch with me, how many leads it's generated and so on. So this is what I'm doing here. So we've created a different advertisement. We might target different countries, we might target different times. So now we put a description, a high cost investment opportunity, but great returns, check it out. And actually that might work quite reasonably well to reduce the number of people who click on it. The people who are going to click on this hopefully might be. It's not everyone reads the advert at all. They'll just click on the adverts because they want to make their half a cent. But hopefully it might filter some of them out, so that we want people with money. So basically, people who want to join John Anthony, there's no point in if people haven't got more than $300 to invest, then they're really not the right sort of people to be looking at trading. So that might give us a good idea. So we click submit. That now goes for approval. It's usually fairly quick, but sometimes if it's weekends or it's late night, Clixsense are based in America, so if America's asleep, it might take a little while for the advert to be approved. But you'll get an email confirmation, but this is now waiting for approval. What it does, it sends a little bot to the website, so it'll come back, it will get a thumbnail image in here at some point in the next few minutes. But here's one that I've already got approved. So it's profitpacker, question ref equals 2476, and URL equals 28, and source equal clicks 1. And what I'm about to do now is assign some ad credits. So keep watching to see how to use your ad credits to get this advertisement showing. So we click on assign ad credits to this advert. Now here's a few things worth bearing in mind. If you're really, really tight on budget, you could do a micro advert. If you're doing a micro advert, you get 100 clicks for every ad credit. But please bear in mind, you cannot target where this advert is shown. What you can do is schedule it. So today is the 20th of July, and if I schedule this for Eastern Standard Time, so that's America, if we go for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and let's use 1,000 clicks. By scheduling this for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, American Eastern Standard Time, hopefully most of Bangladesh and Eastern Asia is asleep. India, China, Bangladesh, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon America time. It should be the middle of the night for Asia. So we're going to avoid those clickers there. So I'm going to submit that one. And that's a way, but you have to do that every day, because you only want 1,000 clicks on each one of the micro ads, because it's about an hour to use 1,000 clicks. You'll get 1,000 click-throughs to your website in an hour. I suppose you could do 2,000 clicks for 2 hours, but beyond 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Bangladesh starts waking up. They're all waking up. They'll start clicking, and if you've wasted your clicks. So there's that, which is scheduled. We can also add some credits, and what we're going to do here, actually, let's go back. We can see now our initial advertisement has now been approved. So I'm going to add some credits on this one. So we're going to have 2 adverts running. This again is the beauty of having different source equals, because you can't have the same URL in multiple adverts. You need it to be different. So we've made it different by adding the and source equals. And that's made these 2 adverts different. Although they're going to the exact same landing page, they are the same advertisement, but we've got a different URL. So therefore we can put more than one of these into AdSense. So we've got this one, which is going to be the cheap clicks, and we can track and see how many adverts clicks we get on that. Let's put some advertisements, run some adverts on this one here. So what we're going to go with this one, I'm going to go for North America and Europe. And I'm going to assume, because Clixsense is all in English language, that most of the Europe people who are using Clixsense are people who understand English anyway. Now, let's go now for the mini adverts at 15 seconds, because this is the only adverts where we can target and filter by country. If you wanted to be laser targeted, you could choose specific countries. We could choose Australia. Actually, we could add in Australia. Let's do this. Let's go for specific countries. So we're going to go for Australia. I will include United States. We'll include Canada. We will include South Africa. And we will include United Kingdom. So I've chosen 4 countries there, 5 countries selected apparently. We will leave this to run immediately. I'm not going to target premium members, although premium members of Clixsense are people who are basically other advertisers, because they're people who have paid to join Clixsense. So they're people who are advertisers. And we're going to go for both gender, male and female. We're not worried about which one we go for. And so we're going to use, we'll have 1,000 clicks, which is 5,000 ad credits, because these are more expensive, because we're targeting specific countries. So we're avoiding the low response countries of Bangladesh and so on. So 1,000 clicks for 5,000 ad credits. Click submit, and that is our advert. Just wait a second. That is our advert now running. Here we go. Okay, so we can come back and log into the back of Clixsense, and we'll be able to check stats to see where people have clicked from and times and things like that. And check your sign-ups at John Anthony, and like I say, get in touch with me if you want to know exactly how many opt-ins you've had based on a specific advert. If you've used that source equals, then I'll be able to look through the database and find out how many opt-ins you've got. Please don't ask me every 5 minutes, but you know, a couple of times a week. If you're really going serious with it, then that's absolutely fine. I don't mind doing that for you. It's a manual process for me. Obviously it takes me time to go and do that, but that'll help you understand where things are happening. So that's essentially it. That's Clixsense advertising. So we've now set aside here, we're going to get 1,000 clicks on targeted adverts. We've got 1,000 clicks here on untargeted, but we've timed these to be 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so that should hopefully keep it to the Western world. So they're a fifth of the price of these ones, but we'll see which ones add up to be the best quality over time. And yeah, it's a great place of advertising, Clixsense. Hopefully that's been useful for you, and thanks for watching.